Hi, welcome back. We studied the chapter motion in detail. In this class, we can study some important concepts and formulas of chapter motion, including important graphs. If you want my detailed class of this chapter motion, just go through my link on the description box. Okay. Now, our chapter is motion. We studied two types of motion. First one is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. And the things that we have to keep in mind in uniform motion are, first one, speed. What is speed? We studied speed is equal to distance divided by time. Then we studied velocity. Velocity is equal to the displacement divided by time taken. Then what is the difference between speed and velocity? We studied speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Now the unit of distance and displacement is same. The unit of distance and displacement, it is meter, is the SI unit. Then what is the unit of speed and velocity? The unit of speed and velocity is also same, that is meter per second. Now we studied acceleration. What is acceleration? It is the change in velocity divided by time taken. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. And its unit, the unit of velocity is meter per second divided by the unit of time is second. So the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. These are the three important formula we studied in uniform motion, and in non-uniform motion we studied three equations of motion, right? First one is V is equal to U plus AT, and the second one S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Then V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. These are the three equations that we studied in non-uniform motion, the equations of motion. And we already derived these equations of motion using graphs that you can check my previous class. I will provide the link in the description box. Okay. Now the next concept is average speed. Suppose an object is moving from here and it covers a distance s1 and reaching a point here and again moving, then reaching here and again moving, like that. The time in between these 2 points is t1, here it is t2, here it is t3. Now we are going to find out the average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance covered. Total distance covered divided by total time taken. So here we can write total distance S1 plus S2 plus S3 divided by total time T1 plus T2 plus T3. This is what is average speed. Now the velocity here it is V1 and the velocity V2, here the velocity is V3. Then what is average velocity? Average velocity is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3. The next concept is circular motion. Suppose if an object is traveling from here in this point and it is covering this entire circle and it again reaching this point, and here the radius of the circle we are taking as r, and the total time covered by that object to travel this circular path is the time period t, and the total distance, what is the total distance here? It is the distance is the circumference, the circumference of the circle, that is equal to 2 pi r. So we need to find out the speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So here it is 2 pi r divided by time period t. This is the formula for speed when an object is moving in circular path. Now we studied 3 important graphs based on 3 conditions. First graph is position time graph. The second graph is velocity time graph, and third graph is acceleration time graph based on these 3 conditions. First one, when the body is at rest. When a body is at rest, then its position is a constant. And if a body is moving with body is in uniform motion, then velocity is a constant and acceleration is 0. For non-uniform motion, velocity not equal to 0. Hence, the acceleration is also not equal to 0. This is our condition. Based on these conditions, we have drawn graphs. First, when the body is at rest, so its position time graph will be, position is taking in y-axis and time is taking in x-axis. So here position is a constant, so the graph will be like this, a line parallel, here x is equal to constant, a line parallel to x-axis. This is the position time graph for a body which is at rest. And the second condition is uniform motion. Uniform motion. So a body is uniformly moving, so the position time graph will be a straight line. That is, when time increasing uniformly, the position also increasing. What is uniform motion? The distance cover, the object cover equal distance at a equal interval of time. That is, in equal time interval, the position covering by the body is also equal. So it is the case of uniform motion. The position time graph will be a straight line. The third one is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Here the graph is entirely different from other two. Here we can draw 3 position time graph. First one, a graph like this. Here, according to the time, the position also increasing, but it is not increasing uniformly. And the second graph, we can draw another graph like this. And another graph for uniform motion, non-uniform motion is like this. Here, on increasing time, the position is decreasing. These are the 3 graphs for 3 position time graph for non-uniformly moving object. Now we are drawing velocity time graph for first condition when the object is at rest. So this is time axis and here this velocity. When object is at rest, position is a constant. Then what is velocity? Velocity is 0. So where velocity is 0? Here. So the graph will be like this, a line in x-axis. This is the velocity time graph for an object which is at rest. The second one is uniform motion. For uniform motion, this is velocity and this is time. What is the condition? Velocity is a constant. So the graph will be like this. Here v is equal to constant. That is, on increasing time the velocity is not increasing. For non-uniform motion, this is a special graph, special Vt graph, t here and v here. For this is third condition, non-uniform motion, and the graph will be like this. That is, on increasing time the velocity is also increasing proportionally. Actually, the rate of change of velocity, that is delta v divided by delta t. With respect to time, the change in velocity, that is actually a constant. What is this? Delta v by delta t is acceleration a. That is a constant. That is, we can say that for this graph, for this non-uniform velocity time graph, this is for non-uniform velocity time graph, but here the acceleration is uniform. Another velocity time graph for non-uniform motion, this VT, we can draw like this. Here the acceleration is not uniformly changing, or acceleration is not uniform. Another graph, another VT graph for non-uniform motion, we can draw like this. Here also the acceleration is not uniform. Now the last one, acceleration time graph. The first condition is rest. Here velocity is 0. So we are not drawing a graph, acceleration time graph for this condition because the velocity is 0. And the second one is uniform motion. Uniform motion. What is the condition here for acceleration? It is 0. So how can we draw this? It is time and here it is acceleration. Acceleration is 0. Acceleration 0 here. So the graph is this. The last case is non-uniform motion. Third case, non-uniform motion. And the acceleration time graph, first one we can draw like this. Here actually acceleration is a constant. This is a special graph, but the velocity may increase or decrease non-uniformly. Here acceleration is taking us a constant. Another two graphs for non-uniform motion. AT graph, first one like this, and another AT graph for non-uniform motion like this, or now we discuss the entire graph, position time graph, velocity time graph and acceleration time graph for each of these three conditions. Rest, if the body is at rest, when the body is at uniform motion, and when the body is in non-uniform motion.